A new chapter has started in women's football in Goa with the beginning of Vedanta GFA Women's Football League. A start has definitely been made, and the girls can all now just soar with the sky being the limit. We have with us a pioneering Indian women's football personality, Aditi Chauhan, with us. She is the goalkeeper of the Indian national football team. Welcome, Aditi, to this special program on Prudent Media.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
So you have seen here how the Goan girls have played in the finals of the GFA Vedanta Football League. How was your experience?
First of all, I'd like to thank Vedanta Group for inviting me to watch the final. It was really fun. Even though my flight got delayed, otherwise I would have reached a little early and seen the ceremony before the match started. So, but I got to see the match, which was very interesting because people were telling me that the Dolphins were clear favourites of the tournament, but still the match went on till the penalties. So that showed that how much the teams had improved, and the other team gave a good tough fight to Dolphins. So that shows that there's been a constant improvement within 1 month. Which just proves that if the league is longer and if there are more such tournaments, there's scope for so much of improvement, and that's the best part. And obviously the way it was organized was also really special. Prudent was covering the match live, so it had a broader audience, and a lot of people can see the talent that's there in Goa. And then the floodlights, the ground and everything, because not a lot of matches happen in floodlights. So I'm sure for few of these girls, maybe it was also the first time that they're playing this tournament in the floodlights. So all in all, I was really impressed and glad that something like this had started, where the state football association and a corporate had come together and organized this wonderful league for the women's football.
What was the most impressive part of the finals? Some of the girls were probably playing there for the first time. What was the most impressive thing that you have noticed?
Like I said, I couldn't watch all the matches. It was just the final. But it was good for me to see some of the girls who I started off playing with in the under-19 national team. They were back, so they probably don't play anymore for the state or for the national team. But they were playing in this tournament in the team that made it to the the finals. So it was good to see them play again for me, and overall I think some of the girls were happy to see me also. That made me also feel very special, and I'm sure, like I mentioned, that over the month, the teams have constantly improved. That's what I've heard, and I'm sure that's happened because had Dolphins been the clear favourites, they would have easily beaten the opponents. But it went on to the penalty. That shows that the other teams were also prepared and had probably done their homework to sort of keep them at bay. So that shows that there's been an improvement, and I'm sure there's scope for a lot of improvement further.
Well, Aditi is definitely the role model to look up to, being the first Indian player to play for West Ham United ladies from the Premier League heartland of England. So you noticed some good goalkeeping skills in any of the girls here in the finals?
Yeah, the one move that really impressed me was there was a cross, and the goalkeeper came out of her goal line to punch the ball, which impressed me, and was a brave move because there were also defenders and the attacker standing right in front of her. So that improved. That impressed me, and that shows. That the trend has changed, and there are girls who are sort of getting into the new rhythm of how the goalkeepers have to be brave to come out of their goal post, have to be good with their feet. So all of that I could see, and that shows that we are in the right direction of progress.
Tell us about your journey to West Ham United and how has the experience been so far?
It's been an amazing journey for me personally to sort of I know for a fact that over the 2 seasons I've definitely improved. Some of the things, in fact, initially when I started the first game, I remember. Because of the level of play was quite high compared to what I was used to when I was back in India. So it took me a while to sort of get used to it and make quick decisions, quickly playing out from the back and being comfortable with the back passes and play and trying to pass rather than just clear the ball away. So those are the little things that I've definitely improved on. And that was the whole idea of me playing in London. I mean I didn't realize it's going to be covered so heavily by the Indian media as well as in UK. For me, it was the reason why I went for the trials was just to improve and test myself how if I'm good enough to play in UK in a club there. So that was the whole intention. But I'm glad that it could achieve a greater motive, and I could play a small part in inspiring more girls to take up the sport.
How big is the women's club football in England, and what number of spectators do you all get there?
I think the whole structure and everything, because it's got such a long history in UK. So there's the structure and everything is in place right there, and the FA, because I was doing my thesis on women's football in England while I was studying at Loughborough University, and I know for a fact that over the past 15 years, the FA has been constantly. They made a roadmap and they've constantly invested in the infrastructure, in educating the girls as well as the clubs to how they can be a part of the women's football and develop women's football, but also take care of their sort of help them with the financing and all sort of guidance. So that they can contribute in the development of women's football, and you could see the results in that with the national team, England national team achieving the women's team. Getting great results over the past 3-4 years. They won the bronze medal in the Olympics. So all of that shows that the right investment planning needs to be there for improvement. And there are various structures. So no matter what level you play at, there's always a club or a league that you can be a part of. So that all of these little things help in improving the game, and that was evident in their performance.
And there are fans for women's football game that there are dedicated people coming to the matches.
Definitely, and in the Super League, when Man City, Chelsea, and all of these big clubs, girls teams are playing, there are regular. It's not as massive as the men's team, but it's definitely improving, and it's on a high. And I'm sure at one day, especially with the results that they're achieving at the international level, I'm sure the crowd will only increase, and more people will be interested in watching women's football.
We understand that now you're been injured for a few months now. So how is it going, and when will you be coming back to the field?
The recovery is going really well, and I'm almost there. I'm in the last phase of my rehab, so I'm hoping to be back on the field by January and next year.
Which is the tournament? Are you playing in India then?
So I'm back in India. I'll be playing in India. In January there's nationals, then there's the IWL final round. So I'm hoping to play in the IWL final round first, and then the bigger aim is the Asian Games next year.
Which team in the IWL?
I'm not decided yet.
Right. So IWL is also a very good happening in Indian football at the national level. So how do we go about taking that IWL forward? Is there a structure in place?
I think AIFF would probably be better placed to answer that question,
Right.
but for a start,
perspective.
but for a start, yes, it's a great start. First of all, a national league has started. That's a good thing, but obviously we have a long way to go, because right now it's a month-long tournament which is divided into 2 parts. So probably the progress, obviously the gradual progress, would be to have increase the number of teams and then make the league longer, and maybe have more teams, more professional sort of setup. So all of that is the gradual progress, but it's a good start. But we still have a long way to go, I think.
Next step probably for both these leagues, if I can put them in perspective, is now to expand and develop into a pan Goa as well as Pan India affair. So, what's your advice to the organizer?
I think it's a great way how a state federation, state association, and a corporate have come together. It's set an example for other because, I mean, let's be realistic. We can't just expect AIFF to do everything, and if something like this, initiatives like these, can be taken over by other states as well, would be a good contribution to the bigger objective of improving women's football in India. So I think Vedanta Group has set a great example, and other states should get the motivation and should see the result, that it was such a positive result in the media, among the people, the audience and everything. So why not in other states?
Right. With the national level playing for India, how are things going forward now? What's been the progress in the recent times?
So I think with the latest FIFA rankings, the women's team has improved 4 places. We're now placed 56. But I'm very positive that if we play regular international matches, we can improve this ranking further. And with the Asian Games next year, hopefully we should do well if there's a proper sort of camp and exposure trip prior to that. And that's what we should. I mean, we should take it slowly as it comes, but keep moving in the right direction, even if it's slow and steady. That's what India needs, I think, right now. It has to be slow and steady because of also the fact that India is such a huge country. It's going to take some time to reach every pocket of the country. But it's a good start, like I said, with the IWL and the Vedanta Women's League. It's a good start, but we are heading in the right direction.
Now, Goan coach Mehmal Rocky is also the in charge of the women's national team. So, how has it been under her? Have you interacted with her?
So when I played the last tournament that I played, she was the assistant coach, and now she's become the head coach. But unfortunately, because of the injury, I couldn't play in that tournament. So I mean, she's a wonderful lady, and I've interacted with her a lot of times, and it's great to have a women coach as the head coach of the senior national team, and that speaks volumes about her quality and credibility, and hopefully she can lead us in the right direction and help us make constant progress.
Most of the girls who have been coming in the Indian national team are from Northeast region. What do you feel is the reason that girls haven't been coming up from the other parts of India as much as they should have so far?
See, it's the only thing is because there's a league there. There's a league that goes on, and that's been in place for a lot of years. There's so many clubs, a women's club, and they play. There's a high. Obviously, when you're playing competitively throughout the year, there's more number of participation. There's more competitiveness, and all of that. Just the things that Manipur or Northeast are doing is what is happening in UK or in the whole country, and that's the only thing why they're producing so many good players. And also, I think the culture is all about football. I mean, football in all the other sports also. There's a lot of Northeast athletes coming up in other sports as well, because sports is the culture there. And that, I think, plays a very important role, but also the league and the whole system is in place is because of the number of girls playing is high, so there's high competitiveness. Everyone wants to prove their point and prove themselves to be in the team. So that's probably the reason. But I don't think there's any lack of talent in other parts of the country. There's huge, with 1.2 billion population, you can't even imagine or give that excuse that there's lack of talent. It's just that there it's been nurtured well, and it's getting a chance to go out there and prove themselves. So I think that's the only reason I can think of.
So my final question to you is that former India captain Baichung Bhutia believes the Indian national women's team is a better bet for World Cup qualification in the near future.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with him, and I've been saying this for the past 4 or 5 years as well. That if the right investment and planning and infrastructure has been put in place for women's team, we have a better chance of qualifying for the World Cup.
Aditi Chauhan has played club football in England with West Ham United. She believes that the right platform has been developed in Goa with the Vedanta GFA Women's Football League being conceptualized and played, and as well as the central level, the federation level, the Indian Women's League has been the great news for Indian women's footballers to develop. And she also believes that Indian women's team is a better bet for World Cup qualification in the near future. That's all from us here. Goodbye. Keep watching Prudent Media.